Hello. I jumped on a little bit early to see who's joining me tonight. I'm really excited. This is not my first Facebook Live. I should say this is not my first rodeo. Been doing them for quite some time. I do them with my team all the time, but I haven't done them a while because I had surgery on my knee. And I'm getting back into the rhythm of things now, and it just coincided beautifully with the release of the new catalog. So even if you can't join me live, you're going to be able to watch the replay. I will probably get it posted on YouTube as well. So if you don't have your catalog in front of you, you probably want to grab that and a paper and pencil to maybe jot some notes on some of the favorite things that you see along the way or tips that I share. And also, I've got my water, so if you want to grab a water, that might be a good idea too. I've added a little extra lighting today, and hopefully that will help us a little bit more. All right, so it looks like a handful of you are on, so go ahead and say hi and where you're from. That would be awesome. I'm gonna log into my Facebook as well so I can try to see questions. It looks like Elaine has joined in. Hi there, Elaine. And comments, we'll see. We'll see how I keep up with them. I'm not always good at taking a look, but we'll see what happens. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So what's gonna happen today is I'm doing my first virtual open house on Facebook. You know, with everything going on, it's kind of hard to get together these days in person, especially with lots of people. So this is the way I'm going to go for the summer. We'll see how things go, and I'll probably continue doing things virtually, but maybe I can add back some local classes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So if you are a customer of mine who received the catalog, I also sent in the mail this sweet little brochure. It's called Make Beautiful Things. And I sent along this invitation and a little sampler of in colors. So pretty cool, huh? We're going to talk a little bit more about in colors, but I love them this year. So I'm going to show you one thing. There's lots of little cute things in this brochure, but I'm going to show you one thing to begin with. So we're going to go, if you have this, we're going to look at page 4 and 5, because I was a little confused at first, and so I thought, well, maybe you are too. So it features a 4-season floral cards. Now, you can get that as kind of what I'll call a bundle. That'll include all of these products here. Okay, so you get the stamp set, you'd get a block, you'd get these envelopes and cards. Now, these are smaller. They're sized at 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. But you could put them on bigger cards as like your designer series paper. So that would be pretty cool. You get 2 Stampin' spots. So let me show you. So here's the block. You're going to get block D. You're going to get 2 Stampin' spots. I actually got this because I wanted these Stampin' spots. So this is Just Jade and Magenta Madness. And those are 2 in colors. So I really wanted to have them. And then here's the card pack that comes with it. So here are the little kind of designer elements, if you want to call it. This one's my favorite. So you get 2 styles. They look like this, but they also have back sides to them as well. So you get to choose either one that you want. Stampin' Up's giving you all kinds of ideas on what you can do with it as well. Now, you do not have to buy the whole bundle. You can buy each of these things individually. So you'll notice there wasn't a price on the stamp set, and I was kind of like going, what? So you can just buy the stamp set. You can buy just that card kit. You can just buy the Stampin' Spots. So there you go. But there's all kinds of cute little stuff in here. This is stinking adorable. These zebras, I think they may eventually grow on me. Got this one. I had to get that. And then there's a card kit in there as well. And I'm going to show you one of our card kits from the other catalog, from our main catalog. And here's just some basics. So this is great for a beginner or someone just getting started, but I also know that my avid and casual stampers like to see what's in here, because there's a handful of things that are in here, but not the big catalog. All right? Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. And let's get moving on to, ooh, I'm going to check my comments real quick. Fun. Cynthia, hello Cynthia, and Sue Ellen, and Robin. We've got people from all over. North Carolina, San Diego, Minnesota. Very cool. All right. So, let's take a look at this catalog. Now, if you are a customer of mine and you did not get this catalog, it just means that you probably haven't ordered from me in a while, okay? So you can either place an order and I will send you one, or you can contact me on how you can get one, okay? So this catalog I'm in love with. I'm clutching it to my heart right now. And we're going to go through it. I've got some things marked that I will run through and share some tips. This catalog's laid out just a little bit differently than prior catalogs. So let's talk about this in colors. Freaking love them. So we've got Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, and Cinnamon Cider. So I have the ink pads right here. They're gorgeous. I'm so excited. They're kind of earthy. Yeah, a little bit fun with this one. Very kind of rich colors. So they make me smile. They make me happy. So I thought what I'd do is I'd take one of them, and if you haven't gotten stamp pads in a while, I'd show you how these work. So they're a little bit different than the ones where you used to have to like push on it and flip from the back. So what you do, you're just going to open it like a makeup compact, you know, a mirror type of thing. So you're going to flip it and push. And then what you can do is you pull on this. There's like a well or a groove in here, and you pull that and then you close it. Make sure it snaps all the way so your pads don't dry out. So I want to also talk about the back. The back has some labels, and let me show you what I do with the labels. Okay. So let's see. One is Cinnamon Cider, and the others are different languages. So I'll show you in a second what I do with some of the other language ones. So the Cinnamon Cider is going to go on the front. Just like that. All right. And then usually I take one of the other ones. So something that sounds a little bit like Cinnamon Cider. Like this one says cider a la something. So I'm going to take that one and I'm going to put it on the back. All right, so we got this on the front, we got this on the back. So no matter what position I have my ink pad on the table, I have a general idea of what that says. All right, so we got the front and we got the back. Now, I like to take this one that doesn't have anything on it and pull this off. Okay. and then open up your pad. So we're going to open it like a compact, push it in, and then that little well I was talking about, I'm going to push this away for a minute. We're going to put this in there. So even when the pad is open, you can tell what color you're dealing with. There you go. So that goes right in there. Pretty slick, huh? So for those of you who have never seen that before, voila. There we go. All right. Oops, one more tip. So for this, I'm just going to throw that away. And then this actually peels off the back, the rest of this. Okay. There we go. So if you don't have any storage type of things, you'll notice that there's these 4 dots in the corner. Those dots fit in the dimples, I guess, on the other one, and so that there, so those don't go moving on you. There's some tips for you on those pads. All right, back to the catalog. Okay. All right, so we talked about in colors, and now suites. So this is where the suites are listed. And why, you know, Stampin' Up, I don't know how many years ago they really started with the suites. Personally, I love them. I love everything about them in the sense that they have done the work for us. They have coordinated all the product that goes with the stamp set, then designer series paper, accessories, ribbons, etc. So if you're looking for a specific suite, you can find them here. Another thing to consider is these 2 icons. They're at the bottom of page 1, and one is a 10% off icon. And that means that product is bundled together and will save you 10%. So the pricing is has a 10% discount on it. And then N is anything that is new products. All right, and I like, this N is, I believe, in red throughout the whole thing. So look for the red N's, that's the new stuff. I don't believe the 10% off is blue. I think that changes color. In some areas it's probably blue, but. All right, and of course we still have the Stampin' Up Family. So this is Shelly's family. And if you hadn't heard, a few years ago, her daughter, Sarah, took over as CEO. Shelly is still on the board of directors. She's the chairman, and then she does support Sarah by coming in and doing things with her as well. All right, and this area, we have some, you'll notice throughout the catalog, there's a little techniques that they're sharing. And so if you're a technique kind of stamper, you might be interested in checking these out. All right, and you probably love Stampin' Up for some of the reasons I do, and one of my main reasons is their color coordination. Absolutely love it. So, moving on. So we're going to talk about kits. They have moved kits from the front, or excuse me, from the back of the catalog to the front. So we have a couple different kinds of kits. Here's one, the Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription. It comes to your door through the mail, in your mailbox, once a month. So if you're interested in getting something already designed, the ink, little stamping pad, one of those like little stamping spots, they come in there. You get one of those, you get a stamp set, and you get all the material to make the cards. And they give you the instructions to do the card, or you can do your own thing. So I get those every month, and anyone who's a subscriber with me also gets 10 alternate ideas through a PDF that I email once a month. All right, next is we've got what we call all-inclusive kits, meaning everything you need to make these is included, with the exception of maybe a scissors. So the kit has the cards all pre-designed. They're pre-cut, they got envelopes, and it comes with a stamp set and also a block. All right, that's what these 2 are. Now we have some different kind of kits, and this is the one I'm going to show you, this gorgeous posies. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome, this particular one. So this is not an all-inclusive kit. But what I love about this kit is it's the most beautiful one. So I'm glad it's not all inclusive, because essentially this is like the refill. So you can order the kit, the project kit, and then optionally you can get the stamp set, which I did. So let me show you. This should have been right here. It is. So here's the stamp set. And it's got nice little phrases that are kind of all occasion. And then it's got, oh, it's distinctive. So if you're looking at the bottom of page 8, there is this symbol that says distinctive. Okay, I totally love distinctive. And if you've never used them before, what distinctive stamps are is that, see how this is darker here and in some other areas? They've designed the stamp itself. You ink it in one color and you're going to get that variation of that color because of the way that they created that stamp. I love that. That's easy stamping for sure. So separately you would buy that, and then separately you would purchase the ink pads, the adhesive. So you may already have the ink pads that go with that, and you probably already have adhesive too. So you may not have to buy that. Once you've bought the stamp set, you can buy as many of these kits as you want. So let me show you the kit. So it comes with these 4 designs, of which you get 4 of them. So that is 16 cards. It comes with a box. I didn't realize this is a box. This is gorgeous. And you open it up. It comes with the instructions. Tells you the supplies you need. And then it tells you how to make the cards. Okay, so there we go. These cards are really beautiful. I love the colors. I love the flowers of it. Where's the last one? There's the last one. So, and here you get some of this purple twine, and this ribbon is to die for. Oh my gosh. So this ribbon, how can I show you the ribbon? Maybe it'll show up on here. It is like see-through sheer in the middle, and then it has edging of gold, and then the outside edging is white. It's beautiful. I love it. And then here's the cards. So I did go ahead and open it up. I just haven't opened it all the way up. So let's take a look. You guys get to be the first ones to see this with me. So, oh my gosh, these envelopes. They're so cute. Oh man, I'm gonna need more than one of these. So here's just card bases. There's no printing on here. I don't think there's any printing on any of these, but these are really pretty colors. You can see the colors in your catalog. It does list them all. And then here's some of the decorative panels that you would add to it. Oh, cute. Yeah, I'm all over this one. Beautiful, beautiful. People you give these to, gosh, I keep pulling them out, don't I? Sorry, I got to get closer. I'll show them again. Sorry about that. There's the 3. 4. There you go. Really beautiful. Woohoo. Okay. Sorry about that. Apparently, I am moving in, and so I'm going to move this out so we can get everything. There we go. But this is the fun stuff. So there's like die cuts for the, oh, cute. And more die cuts with leaves and flowers. Yeah, this is adorable. And it comes with a lot of die cuts. So there you go. Yep, I'm getting more of those. So who added that to their wish list? It's called Gorgeous Posies. So you want the kits. And then get the colors if you don't have them. And then get the stamp set separately. All right. Okay, I'm going to put this away so I don't mess it all up. All right. And then the last thing I'll talk about is the product medley. It, again, is a kit, but they call it a product medley. It's more aimed at maybe the Avid stamper, casual to Avid. Everything you need is there. It doesn't come with card ideas. It doesn't come with adhesive, but it pretty much comes with everything else. So it does have a bundle in there. So this is the stamp set, excuse me. And this there's matching dies. There is, so this is one of those that say it's shown at 50%, but then it shows one of the images at full size. Most of our stamp sets in here you're going to find are shown at full size. But it's got designer series paper. It's got lots of die cuts in there. Of course, your stamp set and dies, 2 rolls of ribbon, and these cute little flowers. If I can if you draw your eye to some of these little white flowers in there, there's 2 sizes of those, a smaller one and a larger one. So very cute. Alrighty. We are moving on to page. Oh, we're going to talk about a suite. Here's one of the suites. This is called Flowers for Every Season. This suite has 2 sets of bundles in it. So, like, let's say you're like, oh my gosh, I love everything about this. And you're looking at the price, it's $180. Well, it's $180 because it has 2 full bundles in it. And they're both stamp set and die bundles. So keep that in mind. So the suite collection is everything that's down here is included. So you've got 2 bundles. You've got the designer series paper, which I have right here. So this comes 6 by 6. You get 4 sheets of 12 pieces. So I'll just go through them real quick. This showcases the new in colors. I just love these. If you're into flowers, you will totally love this. That's my favorite. It also has some, ooh, that's my favorite. Oh, it has some Christmas ones in here too. So that's Christmas, and I think the back of this one was designed to be Christmas as well. So it's for every season. That's the concept for it. All right. So that's the designer series paper. I also have some cards that I already have lots of cards because I've been swapping. But it also includes, let's see, the Memories and More cards. It includes the card packs, includes ribbon, season, some gems, and Stampin' Blends. All the new Stampin' Blends come in here. So if you're looking to get all that, you can just pick one number and order it all. Or if you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do that, just pick and choose what you want, okay? So, and you can see, here's the paper. So we've got the suite is typically on one side, got some samples, and it shows all the various products, okay? Then we have more samples, and then the designer series paper, and it lists out the major colors in there. So that's kind of nice. So the next pages then share, typically the next page is going to be the bundle that goes with that set, but we have 2. So we have the jar of flowers, and actually, oh, that goes with a punch. I misspoke on that, sorry. And this one goes with a die set. So let me show you this. So here is the punch. You're seeing me in there. There we go. There's the punch. And then here's the stamp set. I want to talk a little bit about the stamp set. You see this little icon in the bottom, and it says reversibles. So let me show you what that means. I'm going to get a block here. Okay, so they actually, if you, this one is a little bit different. They've been doing this with the reversible ones where you can pull this off and then you can stick this to, is this one? Yeah. And you can stick this to here. And then they stick. So that's like the insert they printed right on there. I'm not going to do all of them, but I am going to do this one. Okay, so we're going to take this. It would normally sit here, but you would put it on here like that, and the detailed side is here. You would ink it up and stamp it. You'd clean it off, and you flip it over. That's what they mean by reversibles. And then you would get the solid image. So anything that you see like this is like the shadow there. That means these two images and this one here, so there's 3 on this one, they have a detailed side and they have a flat side. So that's kind of cool. That's newer for them if you haven't seen that in the catalog yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And now I will finish organizing that later. All right, so that's one of the bundles. And let me show you some cards that go with it. And these are all cards I received from a swap, from Lot to Swap. I did like 3 or 4 swaps. So this one uses the punch right here. And she fussy cut this out. And this one, she didn't use the punch at all. She just stamped the stems and the flowers. And that looks really nice. And she just, you know what I like about this card? Ooh, I really do. All she colored, so it looks like it's really colored, but it's not. She colored in the daisies or the sunflowers with the center. And then she colored those little blossoms, and then she colored the leaves. That was it, the stems. So she didn't color those daisies at all. I keep calling them daisies. Sunflowers. There you go. Thank you. Here she used the Designer Series paper. And then these two, these are clever. Okay, so these are from my team member, Bernadette Bio. And she sent me these. They're stinking cute, and they're outside the box. Totally outside the box. So she totally thought of the jar and what else you could do with it. And so she put a ship in it. She put some of these shells in it, and I just thought that was a really clever idea. So there you go. So there's some ideas for you for that. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is the Celebrate Sunflowers. That's this, and that's still part of the same suite. So this one, for the bundle, I like to store my my dies that will fit. So we have some dies that come on a board this size, and we have dies that come on a board that's a little too wide. But for the dies that fit, I like to store them right in here. So then I have them together. So, so that's what this is. These are the dies. These are all mainly like, let's see, these 3, 4 here, they will cut out stamped images. The other ones will cut out just some straight leaves. This is a detail of a leaf, and this is detailed of the sunflower. And I have an example of that to show you. But I'm going to just show you a quick stamping, because you want to see some stamping, right? So this is a project that I did with my club members. I did for my club members, I should say. So yes, I'm still doing a club. It's essentially an online club now. At least for a while. We'll see how it goes. And they got their packets last week, and we did some stamping a couple days ago. So let's start with this panel. It's Bumblebee, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. So I positioned my sunflower. I said it right. Oh, I didn't grab my ink. I positioned that in the lower corner. I'll be right back. My ink is just over here. I knew I'd forget something. So that's number 1. We'll see how many I forget. All right. So we're going to ink that up with Early Espresso. All right. And we're going to and give it a good press. Now, when you are stamping on like our solid colors versus the whites and the vanilla, you want to let it rest on those and let it soak in and give it a good pressing. I even do a little bit more in the center, okay? And that's what it's going to look like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Wink of Stella because I want that center a little more dark. I actually went online and Googled sunflowers and they were looking way more dark in the center. So I'm just using the glitter brush to do that. Love the Wink of Stella. This is a must-have. If you don't have one, you need to get it. So there we go. Now I want to talk about next is masking. So they actually have a sample in there about masking. So so if you want to learn more about it, you can do that right in the catalog. But what I did is I stamped this same image on a separate piece of paper. So actually I used very vanilla. I'm not sure why. I would recommend either a Post-it note or even this kind of grid paper or copy paper, because you kind of want it as kind of lightweight as possible, because when you stamp over something, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to position this. So not only do you stamp it, but you cut it out. I knew I didn't need the whole thing cut out, so I only cut a section of it. So you can see how it's over it, and you could just stamp it like this, but you wouldn't get a full image of what you're going to stamp next right here. You need to pull this away from it. So I hope you can see that. Probably not. Let me lift it up. See how you can see the outline here? I want to be able to see that because if you ever stamp over something, there's kind of a gap that happens. So I'm just going to put my magnet there, and what we're going to do is we're going to stamp the leaf is what we're going to do. I want the leaf to look like it's coming from behind. And this is pretty cool. This is kind of like stamping 101 techniques kind of things. Going back to the beginning. And see that? Doesn't that look beautiful? Stamped like it looks like it's coming from underneath. That is masking for you. All right, so I'm not going to finish the card. I'm just going to show you the finished card. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And it's so simple, but it's beautiful. You could do this in any of the ink colors, especially like the cider or the magenta. Oh my goodness, that would look really pretty. So I'm going to show you how this comes about in a later project. In fact, it's not too much later. It's sooner than later. This is from another bundle that's in the catalog. That's one of my favorites. Let me just pull these out. Set it aside so I don't get ink on anything, because that'd be another thing I do. And I am done with this. Set that in here. All right, so let me show you some more of these cards. So you'll probably recognize that I made this one as well. Uses the same kind of technique, the masking off to the side. And I use that same, there's a new punch, it's called Pick a, why can't I find it? Lovely, I'll figure it out because it's in the catalog. But it will do 6 different punch outs. Pretty cool. So that's what I used to create that. I thought that was a little bit fun. I also made this card. And it also used some masking. So I made a mask for this smaller leaf. And then I would stamp here and here. And then I had to mask this with that same masking. I just moved it. And then I stamped there and same again here. This was so much fun to color. I used blends to do this. And I just really had fun with that one. I already showed you that. This one's a little different. It's another one of mine. I'm not sure I like it quite as much, but I love the yellow. And then let me show you some other ones that were made. These are from swaps. This one's stunning, the way it's colored. And here's another beautiful one. And this one shows you, oh, I'm going to pull this one out. Who's this? This is right, oh, by Ruth Bingle, good friend of mine. So this one shows you that detailed die. So she cut out the full shape, and then she cut out the detail one and put it on top. That's clever. And this one opens kind of a fun flap type of card. So that's really cute. Let me keep that together. And then the last one is another one that was colored really nice. So it looks like she stamped this on probably the bumblebee, and then she colored it with some various colors. Oh, that's really nice. So that's a great idea, by starting your color as your card, and then adding additional color, color of your image, and then adding different colors to it with blender pens and such. So there's some ideas for you. I'm going to put these back. And this goes here. All right, moving along. That's my next one here. Oh, see, it happened next. So this is that punch I'm talking about. So it's called the Lovely You Bundle, and the punch is called Lovely Labels. And here it is. Okay, so trying to not get there. This is the shape. So you've got a little more of an ornate shape on that one, and then this one is a little more flat. There's 3 grooves for each one. So 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch. So if you're familiar, we have a banner one that's similar to this, or that has the 3 sizes. These are just smaller sizes. It's intended for sentiments. Okay, so I have a piece right here, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna slide. This is a 3/4 inch one. It's just white. And then I'm going to push it in, and we'll get that shape. And then we'll do the other side. So a tip for you on this is, when you go to use this and you're trying to measure, I'll do that so that you can see it. When you do both sides, it takes a 1/4 inch off. So essentially it takes 1/8 of an inch off each side. So I measured this to be 3.5, but I wanted it to be 3.25 when it was all said and done and finished. All right, so that's how that works. And I'm just totally in love with the stamp set. So let me talk a little bit more about it. First of all, I like the phrases. So I don't know if you're like me, but I like phrases that are made, that Stampin' Up makes with the script and the text. That's my favorite. This month, when you purchase, when you order with me, you will get a free PDF that is a tutorial of 10 cards using the stamp set and punch. So that's, you know, if you, and especially if you decide to purchase this, you can purchase anything. It's any order. But if you decide to purchase the bundle, you already got something to help you get started. All right. And let me see. And one of them is my card. And this is what I made. And I want to tell you a little bit about this card. So does this card look semi-familiar? So one of my favorite things about a Stampin' Up catalog is the inspiration. And I got inspiration from this card to make this card. Now the layout is a little bit different, which is fine. But I liked the color combo on this, other than this little pink color. I didn't care for the pink color. If you're following along, we're on page 22. So I decided to still use the Night of Navy, to still use the Crushed Curry, and to still use the Gray Granite. I was hemming and hawing on what color I wanted to use with the the fourth image. And I kind of got a little lazy, but actually no, efficient. And I had mint macaron card base sitting right in front of me. And so I went, well, what would it look like if I stamped this in mint macaron? And I'm like, well, okay. Now, I never in a million years would have picked this as a color combination, but I fell in love with it. So it uses the that punch that I just demonstrated, but I only punched one end and kept the other end flat. And this beautiful ribbon is from let's see, I'm losing my words here. It's from the first suite we looked at. Yeah, this one. Flowers for Every Season. It comes with a triple pack of ribbon, and that's one of the ribbons is this gingham. Now, this is supposed to be just jade, and I'm sure that it is, but it looks beautiful with the mint macaron too. So think outside the box when you're using some of your ribbons, and just because it says just jade, it might be a shade of just jade, and that shade might match something else as well. So there you go. And finished it off with some rhinestones. So that tutorial is in the one that you would receive when you shop with me this month. All right. Okay. Set this aside. Next, we're going to go to page 64 and 65. This is another suite. I don't know why I keep picking suites that have 2 bundles in them, but I thought I'd talk a little bit about this suite. So this is another one that has 2 bundles. Again, it has the colors here. It lists all the things that you get in it. One of my favorite things is these gems. Let's see, they're Gilded Gems, and they were a VIP gift. Oh man, was it not last month, but the month before. So what is a VIP gift? Well, when you use the hostess code, where is my slip? Oh, it must be in the other room. So I'm not gonna, so this is the hostess code for this month, but I have a special hostess code for anyone who orders from this video. So because I'm going to add additional little goodies with it. Yay! So if you're watching this video and you want to place an order, you will still get this if your order is $65 or more. But if you use the other host code, you'll get a little goodie, an additional goodie as well. So that's how my host codes work. And these cute butterfly gems. But a few months ago, they were these Gilded Gems. And they are like my go-to right now, my favorite. So there's 2 different bundles in here. And these do both have dies with them. So I have the stamp sets and the dies, so let's talk about that. One says Ornate Thanks, and that is literally just greetings. And then what comes with it well, if you bundle it, you'll get, here, I got these. You'll get some of these don't belong in here, but that's all right. They belong in the other one. You'll get what's called border dies. This one's like my favorite. I love this one. And here's another one. And there's some even little, ooh, there's another one. Come on out. Here's another one. So these are really, really, really pretty. And here's another border one. Okay. So that one, so think about it this way. So when you're saying thanks, you get some border dies with it. Okay. And then the other one is the flowers, and you can think about the flowers as frames. So let me show you that one. The flowers come with the frames. Ooh, and this was one of the frames was in here. This one. Pull that out. Ooh, and this one. Bear with me here. Now I'm like trying to get everything back in. Here we go. I do like to store my extras in here, though I probably should have like a cello bag to kind of keep all the little goodies separate. So here's the other one. So here's the ornate style, but think of it as flowers and frames. Okay, so I have some of the frames I know cut out in here. And there's all kinds. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this, I want to talk a little bit about this one. So even though this isn't necessarily a frame, what you can do with it, you can size this to a particular size, and you'll get this kind of cute little window effect on it. I really like the concept of that. So I have lots of cards to show you for this. And I want to say these are on my blog. I did share them on my blog, but if you missed it, ornate things. We'll just go through them real quick. So if you've noticed, I'm kind of a simple stamper. Simple, I don't know, simple to a little bit up to the next level, if you want to call it. So this was my first card. Very, very simple. This is stamped. I used Wink of Stella. Yes, again, to add some, just move the color around. And then, of course, there's one of the borders. This is the exact same card, except I turned it the other way. So same sort of thing, and instead of coloring the flowers, I colored the leaves. All right, and here's another one that I made with the frames. This is a greeting from another set. I don't remember what that was, but inside I made it into a gift card holder. So you would slide the gift card right in there. So that's kind of fun, a little bit different. And then these next ones are from swaps I received back. Favorite. I just think that is so striking. The black and the crumb cake and the white. Really pretty. Another beautiful one. These are all beautiful. I like that she did something different. She didn't stay in the color combo on that. And these are gorgeous colors together. And I like this one because it brings in the daisy punch. So just another use for the daisy punch. And here's that one. Remember where I said that it creates a window? So super simple card, but nice little detailed effect. Another one that brings out the gold detailing in this. And then this was another card. I'm not going to demonstrate it. I'm just going to show it to you. But this was another card that my club members made for this past month. And I think it's called like a diamond fold. And it opens like this. It's not fun. And it's much easier than it looks. All right, moving on. You're like probably thinking, we're going to be here all night. I'll go faster. I'll go faster. Okay, so the next I'd like to point out is just that if you've ever noticed that they have these step-up things, they show a simple card, step it up a little bit, add some ribbon, and then even add more detail. So depending on what kind of stamper you are, Stampin' Up's got lots of samples for you. Okay. Oh, I wanted to point out, here's $2 million sales achiever stamp sets. This is Rhonda Wade, and this is Connie Stewart. So this particular one has some dies that go with it. And again, if you see these shaded ones, that will show you that those have dies to match. Okay? So here's the stamp set. I have my dies in here. So you can see these are the 4 dies. And then this is kind of cute. So this says, oh, let's see, love you more than coffee, cookies, chocolate, and cocktails. That's what that was. So that's kind of fun. So if you, so I don't know if you saw last mini catalog, the one that just recently retired. I had my Million Sales Achiever stamp set in there, and unfortunately, it retired. It made me so sad. But I thought some of you might still want to get it, so I did order a handful extras, and if that interests you, you can still get it from me. So just contact me and let me know, all right? Okay, so moving on here. Okay, Whale of a Time. This is another suite. I did not get this suite, but I did buy the paper because I was really curious about the paper. And oh my gosh, the paper might sell me on the suite. Okay, 6x6. Look at this paper. It's just so cute. So if you're like the ocean, marine, biologist, maybe you're a marine biologist, who knows? But if this kind of stuff appeals to you, you're going to love this. This would be great for scrapbooking, just even using this as a card base. I mean, how cute is that? So I'll move on. So I'm going to show you all the patterns. Love that. Some whales, jellyfish, seahorses, turtles, even some crabs, more whales. Ooh, this reminds me of Nemo. Ooh, that Australian waterway. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, and another one that's just so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating. I may have to get it. So there you go. That's just super cute. All right, moving on. Luckily, I marked everything I wanted to cover. Oh, my favorite suite. This is my ultimate favorite. Okay, so these colors, first of all, appeal to me. Green is one of my favorite colors. I decorate my house with that. And everything about this just super appealing to me. So, let's see where I have, are they in here? Nope. So here's the stamp set. Here is the die. And let's see, lovely, lovely. Forever Greenery, it's called. And I have the designer series paper. So let's set this aside and talk through that. Love these images. I'm a nature girl, but I don't want to color. I will do a little bit of coloring, but this is just ink and stamp. Love that. Cute little sayings. My favorite one is "To a Friend That Makes Me Smile." Totally worth getting. And then the dies that come with it. So we kind of got two kinds of sets of dies that come in this. These dies all cut these various images, okay? And then, oh, where is it? Here it is. And then you get a set of dies, which I don't have on here, but I did cut out, that don't match any images. They're like extras. They're bonus dies. So I love that. So that's what these look like. This one's probably my favorite. I just think that's gorgeous. And then we have the designer series paper, which is, again, gorgeous. So we're going to just do that real quick and flip them. One of my favorites. Oh, see, this one's hard because then you have to choose. Some sides I kind of go, I don't like that side so much. Beautiful. And of course it's on the stripes, and I'm fond of stripes. And there you go. Another thing is, I don't know where the images are, but I understand that some of these will cut some of the paper, designer series paper shapes on there. So that's cool. This is really versatile, and I've got lots of absolutely gorgeous cards to show you with this. So unfortunately, 2 of the products of this suite are on back order. Oh, and I want to say not until July, I know. So the hoops The golden hoops are, I think, on back order till June 29th, and this ribbon is it's a combo. It's is on back order till July 13th, 15th, something like that. So here's the cards. Oh wow, I've got way too many. I've got lots of cards in here. So here we go. We'll go fast. This one's kind of fun because I like what she did with this flap. Very simple. Here's one. Another nice and simple card. This one, I like the fact that she totally went outside the box and didn't use the colors from the suite. These are okay, so here's one that uses that hoop that I was talking about, and she used also this is vellum, and she used the embossing folder, and the embossing folder is one of those mini ones. And that's pretty. Oh my goodness, these are just gorgeous. Very simple. And this one is a gatefold. This one's a Z fold. We like our folds, don't we? So there you go. Lots of, I can't wait to share these on my blog, so they watch for them there. I do want to show you one more, and that one is on my blog right now. And what I like about this one, it showcases the, sorry, I'm talking away from you. It showcases not only that hoop, but this detailed specialty paper. So it's gold laser, forever gold laser cut specialty paper. You get 3 sheets of 2 designs, so a total of 6 sheets. They're not 12 by 12. They're probably more like 10 by 10. And these are beautiful. So honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of our specialty laser cuts in the past couple years. And so I was hesitant about getting this one, but I did go ahead and just order the suite collection with this number. And I'm so glad I did, because I wouldn't have bought this. And I'm so happy I got it, because it's just really gorgeous. There you go. And here's the ribbon. So this uses both the ribbons from the pack. This is kind of more of a meshy, soft ribbon. And this is a gold, thicker thread. There you go. All right. All right, moving along. Then we have In Good Taste. I don't know that I have, let's see what kind of samples I have of In Good Taste. Oh, well, what do I know? The In Good Taste is on page 122 and 123. And here are some cards that I received. I think I can get them all on the page. Oops. Oops. There we go. So there's a variety of cards. So you can see it kind of has a masculine feel to it, but it also has some feminine touches to it. So really, in that respect, it's a great variety. Oh my gosh, I wish I had, I do have the paper, but I wish I had it cut down into some samples for you. But like I said, we'll do another, we will do another video with Designer Series paper, because this paper is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, and then this is the stamp set that goes with it. And the dies are to die for. So even if you're like, I don't know if I want this, these dies you gotta have. And they are called Tasteful Label dies. And look at these. They're perfect for sentiments. They're perfect for focal points. Yeah, these are like a must-have. And I just like that they're different kind of shapes than what we currently have. All right. Okay, fancy phrases. All right, this fancy phrases, page 126. I almost didn't get it. It was a last-minute addition to my order. But I knew I wanted the the punch because I love any kind of punches and I want them all. Is anyone else like that? You want them all, the punches? So here's the punch. It's like a tag topper. It's called Fancy Tag Topper punch. And you can't really see that there. There you go. So I like that it has that, and I like that it has the hole for the ribbon type of thing. So, and I did like the greetings, but I'll tell you, I didn't want to color that. I know, are you guys sick of me saying that? I'm not a huge colorer. I like to every once in a while, and I can sit down and just kind of, you know, go into that Calgon take me away moment, but it's not my forte, okay? So, but let me show you what I made with it, and it's kind of a sneak peek for some of you who ordered with me last month, because it's in your thank you little gifty little thing today, this month, for the past month, I should say. But it just went out, or actually it's going out tomorrow now that I think about it. So this is what I made. This is all the new in color. So this shows off not only the tag shape, which you don't really see against the white. Isn't that cute? All I did was stamp the flower and stamp the greeting. It didn't need any coloring. You could take your Wink of Stella and blend some of that around if you wanted to. So that's a possibility. But I love that it doesn't need to be colored. You know, there is one sample in there. Well, there's probably a couple samples on that page that show it colored. And that's probably why I strayed away from it. But yeah. You're going to want to add this to your wish list. I'm pretty sure of it, because those greetings are really nice too. So there you go. These measured 5.5 by 2. So the slot for this is a 2-inch slot. Okay, going back. All right. See, is that, nope, this one. Okay, so we're kind of done with the stamps and the bundles at the in that area. We're going to go to page 142 to 143 and just talk a little bit how they changed up the way that they're presenting the colors. So we've got the 4 family colors, I call them, here. The colors run this way rather than on the sides. And you got your cardstock, your Stampin' Pad, your refill, and then your blends. So for those of you that were looking for where are the blends, yeah, the blends are with the color pages now. Okay, I do want to point out there's one new combo pack. So they are sold in combo packs now. They don't sell them individually any longer, and I'm so happy because it's Melon Mambo, which is one of my favorite colors. So yay! So that's new. So if you're like a collector of Stampin' Blends, you'll want to get that one. And then over here we have our basics of things of black and vanilla and white, and then also additional blends that are available. And then of course our in colors. So on the in colors, you'll notice if you look at the blends that there's not one for Bumblebee. And you can use like Daffodil Delight and, what's the other one? Crushed Curry. I think between the light and dark of each of those, it'll match just fine. Okay? So there we go. Then I'm going to bring you to page... Ooh, I wanted to point out on page 147. Those Stampin' spots. Okay, so here's a pad. And here's a spot. So we talked about those earlier. They are 1 by 1. And these are, I like the collection that they made. This is an assortment. This is kind of like a little bundle, if you want to call it. And there's 8 colors in here, and they're really basic colors. So if you're just starting out, this is a good way to just get a handful of colors. If you like to travel and stamp, that's a good idea as well. Okay. And then we've got our designer series papers. I'm going to point out, flowers for every season is 6 by 6. Let's see, playing with patterns is 6 by 6. And the Whale of a Time is 6 by 6. So everything else is 12 by 12, with the exception of the family colors. Those are also 6 by 6. All right, we're heading down to, like, if you're into scrapbooking, there we have a Memories and More collection of stuff. So you can find those on page 154 and 155. Accessories. Oh my gosh. So look, anything with an N. New. Yeah, so much fun. I don't have those today with, as well. So maybe when we do designer series paper, we can talk about that. Or anything else that you have. So here's ribbon, another favorite page of mine. So FYI, even though I showed you those absolutely gorgeous ribbons that were on those cute tags or bookmarks you could even use them for, that ribbon is already on back order. And it is, some of it's even not orderable right now, but they're expecting a shipment mid-July. So just be aware of that. Okay, tons of new adhesive. Another thing that I'm not going to get into today, other than to say we have some products. One is the Stampin' Seal, which replaces our snail. And then we have a Stampin' Seal Plus that replaces what we used to carry a few years ago, Fast Fuse, which is a stronger adhesive. So those two are new. We have some new other adhesives as well, but I want to point out number 13. It's on page 162. Number 13 is called Cling Adhesive. If you have some older stamp sets that are what we refer to as our clear version, people found that the vinyl imaging wasn't staying as nicely on the blocks. So that's why we switched to the cling. These are like little mini cling strips. So you could add cling strips over your clear image sheets, if you want to call it like that, and you would get a better grip to the clear block, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. I only have a few pages left. So let's talk about the Stampin' Emboss machine. We're all drooling over this. We all want it, right? And not only that, we get a regular size and we get this cute little mini. Unfortunately, not available right now. So it's in this catalog because it will be available sometime throughout this catalog year. We do not have a date yet. They have not given us a date. They have shown it to us, and I can tell you some of the features. So that's what I'll do. So some of the things that I found that I really liked about this is that it sounds like it doesn't weigh quite as much. And it's compact. See how it is here? Nice and compact. So how it works is that there's these sides that, like this one's starting to open. They open and then you push them flat and they click flat. Okay? And then they, of course, they have the handle on the side. And let's see, what else can I tell you about it? So everything that will fit through the mini one will also fit through the regular size one. And then when you're done with it, they're very portable. You flip those sides back into the thing and you get a nice compact machine. I'm just so, I can't wait. I'm sure some of you can't wait either. So let's, and then these are accessories for it. So again, some of this we don't have right now. And then lastly, we have die products that are bundles. So just like the punch products that are bundles, these are the die products. There is several pages all the way through page 179. So 173 through 179 is bundle. save 10% when you buy the bundles, which is the stamp set and the bundle. All right. And then these are, some of these are previous bundles. Some of these are just, you know, the shapes, popular shape ones, rectangles. This is ultimately my favorite. Point out, these things that say mini, those items in there will go through the mini machine, also the regular machine. If there isn't a mini by it, it means that one or more dies won't fit through the mini machine. All right. And then we have the embossing folders, and the same thing, we have minis. What I like about the minis, though, is you get two of, two designs with each one. So that's kind of fun. And I think one last thing is hose sets. So let's talk a little bit. I had to get one. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I liked the design of this one. I love this heart shape with the leaf coming off of it. So I'm looking forward to stamping with this. But I want to talk about hose. Oh, we have an awesome special going on this month. So let's talk about that. It's called the Celebration or Annual Catalog Kickoff Celebration. And basically, it's for people who put in an order of 250 or more, or for people who want to gather orders and be kind of essentially what we would call the host of it. And you collect orders of $250 or more. So at $250, you would qualify for 10% of Stampin' Rewards. That's $25. Stampin' Up is doubling it. You get an extra $25 in Stampin' Rewards during the month of June. So if you had a $250 order, you would get $50 worth of Stampin' Rewards. That's so exciting. So you could get either one of these or both, or you could spend your Stampin' Reward money on whatever you want out of the catalog. Now, if your party goes to $300 or $450, then you just add an extra $25 to your Stampin' Rewards. So that is pretty cool. So how would you do that? You know, maybe, you know, you don't want to have a party in your house because of social distancing right now. You could have a virtual party. We could do it on Facebook like this. I would walk through a handful of things, demonstrate a couple things, and then people could put in an order with a host code I assign to you. So that's one option. Some of you are like, I got kind of a long list. I could probably spend $250 on my own. We call that a party of one. So you could do that. You could just maybe get together with a handful of friends and craft and explore the catalog, and they'll want to probably place some orders. So you could gather orders that way. You could also have what we call a book party. So if you work and you have coworkers, you could hand your catalog/book around and people could place their order online once I give you a hostess code. So there's all kinds of different ways you can take advantage of getting extra goodies this month. And then, of course, if your wish list is really long, you might want to think about joining Stampin' Up. So what do you get? They have a special going on. So first of all, their starter kit is always a great value. It's only $99, and you choose $125 worth of Stampin' Up product. In addition, you'll get catalogs and some forms, a paper pumpkin kit is typically in there, a variety of things. So that's already a great deal. This month, you get to pick a free bundle. So any one of those like bundles that we went through, the die bundles or the punch bundles, you can pick any one of those for free. So it's a great time to join. It's the start of a new catalog. If you've got questions, I'd be happy to answer your questions. I have a fabulous team. We mainly meet online through my private Facebook group, and we have contests, and we share things, and we have swaps, and I have a great group that supports each other, and we have a fun time. So if you're looking for, you know, hooking up with people who love the same things that you do, yep, I got a great team for that. So let me know if you got questions. I'd love to answer them for you. What I will do after this, I will post the that host code if you want to place an order and use the host code from today's video. That would be great because you're going to get some extra goodies from that. So thank you. What time is it? What do we got? Ooh, I did good. Woo-hoo. It's 7:45. So we got through a lot of stuff in an hour and 15 minutes. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you had a few little tips that you wrote down and maybe some favorites along the way. And I will probably post a little follow-up that you can share some of the things that you enjoyed about today's video. And I will be trying to do these on a weekly basis and not as long. But I think I'm really excited about what this new group, my DOstamping, Create and Connect Corner on Facebook. I'm excited to share with you guys and have you share your talents as well. All right. See you online. Bye.